Good afternoon. Today I am going to start the new topic, that is the sheet pile walls. Before this 5 videos I did 5 lessons, and all those were based on pile foundations. So today a very important new topic I am starting, that is sheet pile walls. First of all, you should know what is the sheet pile wall or what is the retaining wall. Retaining wall also you have studied, you might have studied. So retaining wall is nothing but, suppose walls will be like this, and on this side some soil is there, and these walls are constructed to retain this soil, So same work sheet pile wall also does. Here what happens? So sheet piles will be there constructed like this. So suppose this is ground level. On this earth or soil is there, and these walls are going to retain this soil. Soil. So now the question is, what is the difference between these two? The thing is, these are rigid structures, whereas these are flexible structures. Rigid structures means these walls are heavy itself, and remember here, these gravity of this wall is going to take all the resistances of this soil here. But here, as these are lightweight structures made up of generally steel, maximum steel is used, lightweight structures are there, in series they are constructed. Many times in ports, harbors, waterfront structures are also to be retained by this one. Sometimes water is retained. So now here, this is the ground level, another level is there, this is called dredge level. See here, this entire this portion is empty portion, and on this side earth or soil is there, and these sheet piles are going to hold this one. So then the question arises, so when these are lightweight structures, so what is the force which is going to hold all these things? The thing is, whatever the passive resistance you will get below this dredge line, this soil, here this soil is there, so this depth of soil plays very important role. So this resistance of this soil is going to hold this entire retaining wall, sheet pile wall here, retained sheet pile wall. Whereas here in retaining wall, the weight of wall itself is too much. It is very heavy. So that is going to take all these forces here. But here, so depth of this one, and our aim while solving the problems will be, what is the depth of this one? At what depth we are going to construct this one so that it is going to take the forces of all these earth, whatever there is on the right hand side. So now sheet piles are generally used for waterfront structures, then coffer dam, then suppose if you want to protect a river bank, there also it is used. Okay, so sometimes earth cut or stability, some cut or slopes are there. There also, if you want to retain, there also this is going to use. These are the sheet pile walls. Again, generally you will find two types of sheet pile walls for your syllabus. Two types of sheet pile walls you will get. One is cantilever sheet pile wall. One is cantilever sheet pile wall, and second is anchored sheet pile wall. Second is anchored sheet pile wall. Now you see, in cantilever what happens? So this is your sheet pile wall, this is ground level, this is your dredge level. So this is the soil to be retained. Remember here, as I told you, whatever the soil here is there, this plays an important role, and because of this is going to hold this entire thing. So here, depth of this matters a lot. Suppose if it is cantilever sheet pile wall is there, means the entire soil, whatever there is there, it is going to take all the forces here. So depth of this one matters a lot, and generally this depth is more. And such types of sheet piles or walls are called cantilever sheet piles. Such types of walls are called cantilever sheet pile walls. But if you want to reduce this depth, to make the, as it is retaining wall, that this depth is very less compared to this one, because the entire gravity of that structure itself is going to take all the forces there. So here, to reduce this structure, one more type of sheet wall is there, can anchor sheet wall. What is happens here? So this is the ground level, this is the dredge level here, this is the dredge level, here soil is there. So reduce this depth, what we'll do is, anchors are provided in series. Anchors are provided in series, and these anchors act like this, tension will be there. How to find all these tensions, how we learn in the numericals. So here, because of these anchors, as these anchors are giving stability to the soil here, then definitely the whole pressure would come here, and this depth is going to reduce. This pressure is depth is going to reduce. So remember once again, in cantilever sheet pile wall, this depth is more, whereas in anchor sheet pile, we are going to provide anchors like this. So these anchors are going to help the hold this one sheet pile walls with soil. So this depth is going to reduce. This is going to be reduced. So remember, these are two types of sheet piles for our syllabus. One is cantilever sheet pile, another is anchor sheet pile. And in anchor sheet pile, another two methods are there for design. One is free earth support method. Another is fixed earth support method. So what are these free earth method? What are these fixed earth method? Whenever that topic I will take, I will explain later. But this is not free of our syllabus. So only free earth support method is there. Free earth in this sense, here the ends are free here, whereas fixed in case of fixed earth support. How the forces act there? What is their role? I will tell you when I take that particular topic only. Now coming to a sheet pile wall. Coming to sheet pile wall, what is the concept here? How the forces are going to act here? What are the different forces here? That I will explain in detail now. First of all, understand concept very well. Once you understand the concept, know how to draw the pressure diagram, all these things, then problems, numericals will be very easy. Very easy. Now, one cantilever sheet pile I will take, and in detail I will tell you. First of all, you take a cantilever sheet pile like this. This is your cantilever sheet pile wall. So this is the ground level. Got it? This is the ground level, and again this is here somewhere it is dredge level. It is dredge level. It is dredge level. Now, see here, soil is here. Everywhere soil is here. Soil is there from here to here, and here also below dredge level is also soil is there. Below dredge level is also soil is there. Now if you see here, this soil will put pressure on this one, isn't it? This soil, whatever the soil is there, this is going to put pressure on this sheet pile. Soil, whatever the things is there. So when that puts pressure on this one, so this is going to get deflected. So now this is your original sheet pile wall. This is your original sheet pile wall, whereas this is deflected sheet pile wall. Whereas the deflected sheet pile. So once again I will tell you, because of whatever the pressure soil is there, because of this pressure, this is going to deflect like this. Deflect like this. So now what will I do? Now it is deflected like this. Now I will take this point as O, where this rotates. There this sheet pile is going to rotate, and I will divide this one into 4 parts. Please carefully listen. So now at this point is there, it is deflecting like this. So where this deflection is crossing here, no? So I will take this as O and I will divide this part into 4 parts. First part is, this part is first part. This part is first part and I will take this portion as second part and this as third part and this one as fourth part. This one as fourth part. Got it? Once again I will tell you, this is a sheet pile wall. Earth is here, soil is here. This is putting pressure on sheet pile wall and because of this, this is going to get deflected like this. At certain point O, it is rotating. So at this point I will take and above this and side this, I am dividing this into, just like in geometry, dividing into 4 quadrants. So this is first one, this is second one, this is third one, this is fourth one. You have learnt in GT1 earth pressure theory, active earth pressure as well as passive earth pressure. You know it very well. Now you see here, this is the soil in first part. In first part, this portion is soil. Here, your wall is going away. Your wall is going away, deflecting away from the soil. Going away from the soil. Therefore, first portion is getting acted by active earth pressure. Okay. Whatever the pressure is acting on this one, because of this, the wall is moving away and therefore in entire first quadrant or first portion, whatever you have taken, active pressure is going to take place. Active pressure is going to take place. Now when you come here in second portion, you say again soil is here. You consider here soil is here and this soil is here. Here it is going away from the soil, whereas this deflected part is coming towards soil. And when it is coming towards soil, second part is acted upon by passive earth pressure. Second is acted upon by passive earth pressure. Remember, first part is active earth pressure and the second one is acted upon by passive earth pressure. And when you come to third here, you see here again, third portion is there. So when third portion is there, this is the deflected part here for third one. Again soil is here. Again this deflected part is away from the soil. Away from the soil means for third one again active pressure is there. For third portion is also active pressure is there. And for fourth one again soil is there. Again soil is there and this deflected part is towards soil. So for fourth one again passive pressure is there. So how to, once again I will tell you, when earth pressure acts on it, it is going to be get deflected. This is the original sheet pile. This is the deflected sheet pile. It rotates about some point O. At point O, I will divide into 4 parts. This is first part, this is second part, this is third part, this is fourth part. First part, the deflected portion is away, soil is away from, sheet pile wall is away from the soil. Therefore, I have taken in the first portion active. For the second portion, it is towards, therefore it is passive. And for the third, again it is active. Because here soil is here, again it is moving away. Deflected part is away, isn't it? And at the fourth, again soil is here, this soil we are taking, and this is moving again towards soil, therefore it is passive. So this thing should be very clear to you, where the active portion is there and where the passive portion is there. So first part is active, second part is passive, third part is active and fourth part is passive. Fourth part is passive. Got it? Okay. Now, remember, first part is active, second part is passive, third part is active, and here fourth passive. Now, I will first draw active pressure diagram. First, what I do? I will draw active pressure diagram. Then I will draw passive pressure diagram. Then I will draw net pressure diagram. First of all, I will draw active pressure diagram. This is the sheet pipe. So this is the dredge line. This is the dredge line. This is the point where it is rotating. Like this it is there. Like this it is there. You see here, up to this point means your deflected part is toward this side. So for this portion up to here it is away. When it is away, certain distances I will give you, I haven't given you. So distance between this dredge line and O you take as small a, and whereas this height of this one you take as h. Height of this one you take as h. Now see here, for first portion, remember here I am drawing here active pressure diagram. So for the first portion, as it is moving away, active pressure is there, and it is from this to ground level to up to O point. Means up to here the active pressure is there. So up to here the active pressure is there. Remember, this is active pressure is there, and active pressure, this base is given by nerve pressure. You have learned it. It is given by K into gamma into height. So this height is h and this height is a. So this base is going to be Ka gamma h plus a. Whereas this one you will get Ka gamma h. Ka gamma h. So for the first portion, this is going to be active pressure and it will act like this. And it will act like this. It will act like this. Got it? So this is the diagram. This is the diagram. So now in the second portion, passive is there. Second portion up to this point, O point, means if you take a diagram like this, so up to this point, passive pressure is there. Up to this point, second point, passive pressure is there. But for the third portion, again active is there, means this portion. For this portion, again active portion is this. So from here to here, because of first portion, active portion is there, and this portion which I am leaving here because I am taking only active pressure here. What I am doing is here only I am taking active pressure here, so I am leaving blank here. This is the passive pressure, and for the third also, from this side to till the base, it is again active. So this portion is again active, but as far as when you take downwards, again this portion, this is passive. Sorry, this is passive. This is passive, whereas this is active and this is active. Tell me, this is the triangle. What is going to be the base of this one? The base of this is going to be Ka gamma into height from here to here is d. So this is going to be Ka gamma d. Ka gamma d. Things are clear now? So active pressure diagram for the first portion is like this. Active pressure diagram for the third portion is like this. So this base is all this basic things you have learned in earth pressure. So this is K gamma h because height from here to here is h, and from here to here again A is there. This total height of triangle, base of triangle is K into gamma into h plus A. Ka into gamma into h plus A. This is all about active pressure diagram. In the similar way, In the similar way, I will draw now a passive pressure diagram. In the similar way, I will draw the passive pressure diagram. So for the passive pressure diagram, again, like this you take. Okay. So now, up to here, it will be active. We drawn that, so we neglect this now. So this portion is active. We don't want this one. But when you take this diagram, so this portion is very important for us. This portion, for the second portion, this much is going to be passive pressure. This is going to be passive pressure, second portion. And this third portion is again going to be active here. So here I am drawing only passive pressure. So now when you extend this one, this will be like this. This is like this. And this fourth portion is also passive pressure diagram. This fourth portion is also passive pressure diagram. So now here the pressure will be like this. Let's see here. So here first and third portions are active. This is active pressure diagram. Therefore I have drawn this with color chalk, and here I left blank passive portion. Here this is passive because this is passive pressure diagram. So this diagram is passive pressure diagram. So definitely, so this second portion is passive and this is passive. And what is the base of this one? You learned in our pressure. This is given by Kp. This is given by Kp gamma into A. This is given by Kp into gamma into A, whereas this is given by Kp into, this is given by Kp into this total height, that is this is total height is for this entire triangle you have to take up to here it is h, and below this it is d. Therefore it is Kp into gamma into h plus d. This is Kp into gamma into h plus d. So remember, once again I will remind the things. As the earth pressure comes on this one, this is going to be deflected. It will rotate around this point O. From this point O, I have divided it into 4 parts. This is first part, second part, third part, fourth part. In first part, I have taken active pressure because your deflected part is away from the soil, which soil you are considering. In the second part, you take passive pressure because it is towards the soil, and here again it is away from the soil. So for third one active and fourth one again towards the soil, therefore passive. Like this I have divided active, passive, active, passive. So here I have drawn active pressure diagram from your knowledge of earth pressure theory. So this is the diagram. So base is given by Ka gamma h plus A, because this dredge line to, that's where it is turning, zero pressure is there, that height we have taken as A. Therefore this is Ka gamma h plus A, and this is the depth we are taken, the dredge line depth we are taken as D, and our aim is to find D. In the all problems we are going to find D only. Therefore I have taken Ka gamma D. So same thing I did here. I left the passive pressures blank here. I am leaving active pressures blank here. So these two will be passive pressures. This is Kp gamma A and this is Kp gamma H plus D. Now what I will do is combinedly I will draw a net pressure diagram. Combinedly I will draw, considering both active pressure as well as passive pressure. I will draw a diagram, a net pressure diagram. So you see here, when I take net pressure diagrams, so for this one, before that I will tell you one thing. Ka and Kp, you know, coefficient of earth pressures. So this is for active, this is for passive. See, value of Kp is always far greater than Ke. This you should remember. Suppose if you take phi is equal to 30 degrees, K is equal to 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi, like this. If you do Ka, you will get 1 by 3, whereas Kp you are going to get 3. Means 1 by 3 means 0.33, and this is 3, means near about 10 times. Kp is nearly 10 times more than Ka. So what is my intention here to tell you that always Kp is far greater than Ka. Kp is far greater than Ka. So I will draw here net pressure diagram by adding both these, active pressure as well as passive pressure, by adding both here. So this is your diagram. Let me see which this portion is covering or not. Okay. This is the okay. So now this is your dredge line. This is your dredge line. See here, up to here no problem at all, because this is going to be totally active. बघा का ह्या height वर इथून इथपर्यंत only active pressure is acting. No passive pressure. Active passive दोन्ही काय होणार नाही, तिथं फक्त active pressure आहे up to the height h. So up to height h there is no problem, and only active pressure is acting. Only active pressure is acting, and this is base is going to be Ka gamma h. Ka gamma h. So this is the dredge line, and below this is the point O. This is the point O. Now, as I told you, from this portion to this portion, from this portion to this portion, active pressure is also there, and again from this portion to this portion, you see passive pressure is also there. Means this is the portion where both active as well as passive pressures are acting. Means here, so but the thing is, for this, when you consider the Kp portion, no, as I told you, Kp is always near about 10 times more than Ka in particular case. So here definitely passive pressure is more than active pressure here. So passive pressure is more than active pressure. So here what happens now? Here what happens now? So suppose now this up to here, your light is there. So from here to here, it is going to change from active states to passive state. Active state to passive. Particular point will be there where net pressure will be 0. So this is the diagram. As both the portions are there here, active as well as passive. Therefore, it is going to change like this, and this portion will be active and this portion will be point. And our aim is generally to find this point only. Our aim is to find this point that I will decide by solving the numericals. So now this is the active pressure. Here both the pressures are there, active as well as passive, but passive pressure is more. Therefore, it will change from active to passive like this. Active to passive like this. Again here, when you come here, again active pressure is here for this side, again passive pressure is also there. So this pressure is more again. So from again here to here, again it will move. So from here to here, this will come to here. So this is your main line sheet pile, like this will be there. So again this is like this, and again so this is your net pressure diagram. This is your net pressure diagram. So how it comes to, so this concept should be very clear to you. This concept should be very clear to you. So now this is active pressure. Up to here only active pressure is there. So I have drawn active pressure, no problem. But this portion, passive as well as active is there. Passive pressure is more than active pressure definitely. Therefore it will change from active to passive. Again here also passive and active both pressures are there. Passive is more. So again from it will come to this side. What are these coordinates? What are these heights? Luckily or unfortunately or fortunately, this portion, I mean numericals on this part is not for your syllabus. Not for us, because these calculations are very lengthy. So all the things, all the forces you have to consider and you have to find the depth. So this particular analysis is not for your syllabus, but you should have the concept how to draw this diagram. That is very important, because based on this one only, next approximate methods in the next video I will take, that you will understand, and after that we will go for different types of clay, sand, clay. So this particular I have taken for grain soil. Here C equal to 0, for C equal to 0, for sand I have drawn this. So what they will do, no? They will extend like this, they will like this. Analysis is there. That is not for your syllabus. That is not for your syllabus. So in this video you should know what is sheet pile, how it differs from retaining wall, what are the classification of sheet piles, that is cantilever and anchor, and how they are different from each other. And by taking a cantilever sheet pile wall for a grained soil, I have drawn active pressure diagram, then I have drawn passive pressure diagram, and then I have drawn net pressure diagram. So different forces how to consider and how to calculate. Generally, what is the aim of this one is sheet pile wall means what is the depth below that dredge line, what is this height which it is holding the entire sheet pile wall, that we have to calculate. In the subsequent videos I will tell you all in detail about sheet pile walls. So in the next class I will take approximate analysis. Hope you understood this very well. Thank you.